Well, most of us still trying to get a handle on how this happened. It only got worse when we learned that the suspect, a 16-year-old boy. But as tough as it is on the community, it has to be tougher still on other teenagers and students. Dr. Dallas Jackson is principal of Thurgood Marshall Fundamental Middle School. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How do you handle students with news like this? What do you say to them?
Well, the first thing we try to do is maintain normalcy. In any tragic situation, people respond best when they see that their environment is as normal as possible. Of course, we have the rules, the basic rules of citizenship, which are modeled through school rules and expectations, are the things that we use as our basic tool to keep the masses. Now, when it comes to students with particular connections to the situation,
right,
we have social workers and counselors that will work particularly with those students. So we try to quickly triage that and get those students the services they need at the time they need them.
When the investigation was going on earlier in the week, some of the schools were closed, and I guess one school students were transferred to your school. I know that that's difficult anytime something like that happens, but certainly with what you all were dealing with this type of situation. Are things back to normal now because of that?
Oh yes, absolutely. The district has a crisis plan in place, and we basically followed the template for the crisis plan. We arranged facilities, and once again, get the students on a schedule or some sense of normalcy. That's the key thing. If we show that we are responding to whatever's going on in the community, then that heightens the anxiety with students.
Right.
Yeah.
Dr. Jackson, yours is a magnet school. You've got some bright kids there. With all that's going on around them, and they hear about this, they hear it on the news, you have to talk to them. What's the best way, you think, to keep them focused on the task?
Once again, just sticking to the curriculum and normalcy. And the teachers have the autonomy to have those teachable moments if it becomes a topic in class. But, we do not interrupt the delivery of curriculum, right, and instruction to address it. But when it does happen or come up, each teacher will take the time and address it with the students. We don't ignore it, but we don't make that our central, right, focus.
As I was reading some things about your school and about your work there, I was struck by something that you've done at that school it's pretty neat. You have reached out to the community, you've reached out to businesses, you've reached out to universities, and you've brought them in to help encourage and teach your kids, right?
Absolutely. One of the things that we really focus on with Professor Bean down at Stetson
right,
College of Law is we had some of the law students come in and teach about human rights. And when you start talking about human rights, that's a perfect opportunity for students to understand that, first of all, being a citizen in the United States or being a child in the United States, you have far more rights than others in different parts of the world. And I think that lesson should now resonate, since they've been in the school twice this year, in the face of what's happened just recently in our city.
Dr. Jackson, Dr. Dallas Jackson at Thurgood Marshall Fundamental Middle School in St. Pete. Appreciate your time today. You take care, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye.